You'll never guess where we're going. Never. So, I have to figure out how to turn this around. Okay, so while we're on the trip, I have to take my injection, which is here, but it has to stay cold. So my pharmacy company that sends my injections sent me this thing, and it's a portable cooler, which is so cool. So basically I've stuck this in the freezer for the past couple of hours to try to keep it cold, and then there's this ice pack in here, which I know it doesn't fit, but we're just gonna pretend. And then it has a little travel card in it that basically, can't do this with one hand. It just like has info about my medication for the TSA, because that's super fun, you know. Anyway, so from what I've read about this, I have to bring blocks, and my parents are not doing that. So I'm just gonna bring one of these, leave the other, and then bring the box. So I'm supposed to just be able to slide this right in. Oh no, this is really hard to do with one hand. Hopefully everything goes well. So I'm supposed to be able to ask the flight attendant to put this in the fridge when we get on the plane to try to keep it cold. So I will update in Florida. Okay, so we're being geniuses. I have my prescription in case the TSA is mean, and we're gonna stick it in another ice chest cooler thing for the drive down. So it'll only be in the cooler by itself while we're in the airport. And then once we get on the plane, I'm gonna ask a flight attendant to put it in the fridge, and when we get to the hotel, hopefully they will put it in the fridge. It's gonna work great. So I completely forgot to update once we landed in Florida. Obviously, I'm home now. So I guess verbal update. I think the last thing I showed was that we got all the way to our gate when I realized I didn't have my injection. So we had to go back to the car. Putting it in the cooler on the way down really helped. It stayed nice and cool all the way to LAX, and then through security, which I did not have any problems with. I put the cooler in the bin thing that they give you when you go through TSA. They didn't question it, they didn't ask me to take it out. Everything was totally fine with that. On the plane, they didn't have a fridge for me to put it into, but they gave me a bag of ice. So I was able to put a bag of ice into the cooler with the ice pack that I already had in there to keep it cool, which did help. The ice pack they gave me ended up melting before we got to the hotel. So everything was all watery, but the other ice pack was still nice and cold. So that was good. My injection did not get to room temperature where I couldn't take it anymore. We got to the hotel, they allowed us to check in, so I didn't need to worry about finding a fridge there to store it until we were able to check in. However, they did not have a sharps container on site. So I had to take my injection and then I just basically set it aside. They do have portable sharps containers. I don't know if I've mentioned this already, but they do make portable sharps containers just like the portable cooler. However, the portable sharps containers are fairly big and bulky, and I just didn't have room for that in my bag. I could see if I had like diabetes or if I had to take multiple injections throughout the week, that being a necessity, but since I only have to do one a week, it just didn't make sense for me to buy one of those or to order one of those to try to fit it into my bag. We had intended to go to Walgreens or something to find a sharps container to put my injection into. We just kept forgetting. They did, however, have sharps containers in every bathroom in Disney World. So if I was smart, I would have tried to figure out how to get it in there. In the end, though, I ended up just putting it back into my carry-on bag without the cooler, just by itself. and taking it home to put in my sharps container at home. And I didn't have any problems with TSA on the way home either, with the needle being out of a container or anything. I mean, it's not really in a container, it's in this little pen. So the needle goes right back into here when it's done. So there's probably a possibility that I could stab myself, but there's not really a chance of me stabbing myself or using it as a weapon with anyone else. So I didn't have any problems with TSA, didn't have any problems with the portable cooler. That worked really, really well, which I'm really happy about because it means I can use it again, since I'll probably be traveling with an injection again. Overall though, everything went really, really smoothly. Didn't have any problems aside from me being an idiot and forgetting to take it out of the truck when we got to the airport. Other than that, no problems, everything went great, and I am super happy. Bye.